What's the name of that? What's the name of that guy you sent me the video? He was doing the 5 different levels, or
yeah, I don't remember his name, but he's the head bartender at the Pebble.
Pebble? Where's that at?
In New York City.
New York. Remember, it's new something. Yeah, you were like, these are must-watch videos. It was a bartender mixes 5 levels of whiskey cocktails. Bon appetit. Yeah,
that was a really good
thorough,
video.
Very informative.
Mm-hmm. And I really like his explanations were great, and his rationale on the order to do things and the difference between shaking and stirring. And the stir technique, actually, I thought was really good to see.
Yeah, keep it on the outside of the glass, and don't,
all with the wrist. Don't cut across.
Don't cut across the mixing glass, and like really, because after he explained it that way, it kind of makes sense, because that would be essentially shaking it with a stick, with a stir stick.
That's some good apple pie.
Oh yeah, I like the top of the crust on this. Sweet Miss Katie made us a Dutch apple pie, and she's too busy taking care of little man to come down here and tell us all about it. But it's got the crumbly pie crust up on the top. It's got apple pie filling. Got some Cool Whip.
I mean, you can't have pie without Cool Whip.
You can't have a pie without Cool Whip.
And if it's pumpkin pie, you can't have... I just confused myself.
Without mustard? Oh, shit. The spirits of the house did not like that. Spirits of the house did not like me saying anything about putting mustard on pumpkin pie. Listen, that's not something I would ever do or suggest. I just saw it on a meme. I thought it was horrid. I thought, my God, why would you do that? Apparently, your house ghost agrees.
I mean, yeah. I'm not going to argue with it.
I'm not either.
Pumpkin pie is sacred to me. Mm-hmm. I usually crack open a fresh bowl of Cool Whip and just drop the piece of pumpkin pie right down in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're looking up the guy's name?
No, I was looking up the video where Brian and Stewie from Family Guy are talking about Cool Whip.
Hey, Brian.
Oh, Meg, hey. Hey, listen, I hope you're feeling all right about our little talk the other day. You know, about us being just friends and all.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm fine. And, hey, look, I wanted to thank you for being so great to me. So, I baked you a pie.
Oh, wow. Hey, that looks delicious. Oh, this is good. What's in there?
Well, there's some apples and some cinnamon and my hair.
What?
My hair is in the pie, Brian. And now it's inside of you. Part of me is inside of you, Brian. Do you feel me, Brian? Do you feel me inside of you?
Ooh, you got some pie, huh? Can I have a piece? Sure. Ooh, let me have some of that Cool Whip. What'd you say? You can't have a pie without Cool Whip. Cool Whip? Cool Whip, yeah. You mean Cool Whip? Yeah, Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. You're saying it weird. Why are you putting so much emphasis on the H? What are you talking about? I'm just saying it. Cool Whip. You put Cool Whip on pie. Pie tastes better with Cool Whip. Say whip. Whip. Now say Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. You're eating hair.
Okay, I did not remember the beginning of that, where she was like, I put my hair in the pie, Brian. How does that feel? Wow. Thank you, Miss Katie, for not putting your hair in the Dutch apple pie. Holy shit. I don't remember that part at all.
How does it feel? I said, how does it feel?
It feels awful. It's fucking awful. But Stewie's right. You can't have a pie without Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Say whip. Whip. I heard something today on KMBZ on the way here. The Dana and Parks show. But Parks is gone somewhere, so they had Jamie Monticelli from the afternoon show filling in, and they were talking about a speakeasy in the basement of a funeral home in Raytown.
Really?
Yeah, I forgot the fucking name of it. God bless America. I'm gonna have to Google it.
Fire up that Google machine.
Right.
You're eating hair. Cool Whip. Cool Whip.
You can find it on Facebook, Till Death KC on Facebook. It's a speakeasy in the basement of a funeral home in Raytown. And I live in Raytown. I love Raytown. I didn't know that was
That
in my
sounds
town.
great.
Right? Yeah, so I'll have to go on Facebook and check that out.
Would that be like downtown?
Downtown Raytown? If there is such a thing.
Which just means it's like, what, 4 blocks off of 350?
Right. Right. In another 4 blocks, you're in fucking Knobtown. Pardon the French. I think that word is French. Fucking. There's a lot of till death, but it's like photogs, clothing brands, bands.
Maybe it's a page that's coming soon and they just haven't published it yet.
Maybe it's a private page. Like maybe you have to know somebody.
The speakeasy.
Yeah. It's like a real speakeasy thing. Like the only way you know about it is to get invited. I think is how they do that anyway. They have like 5 or 6 cocktails for the night.
Well, when Rieger
that's
first
all they
opened
serve.
up, the manifesto, every once in a while they would publish in the back side of the pitch, not an ad, not anything, just a real small little classified.
Yeah, and those classified ads.
The password, no context, no nothing, just said the manifesto, password, whatever.
Wow.
And that's how you got in. But outside of that, there was nothing else that pointed to it. There was no other anything. And there was a lady that would sit at the back door of the Rieger building. And if you walked up the stairs to there, she would open the door and say, "Yes, can I help you?" And if you told her the password, she would let you in and show you the door to go downstairs. And if you're just like, "I'm here to go to the speakeasy," she'd be like, "I'm sorry." And then she'd close the door and sit back down and go back to reading her newspaper.
That's fucking nuts. If we ever do that, you know what the first password is going to be. It can't be anything else. Banana bread. That's what.
I feel like that Dutch apple pie was a great segue to try this bourbon.
Yeah, the Balcones Texas Pot Still Bourbon. And I've got nothing but, well, great expectations. We have yet to be disappointed by anything that Balcones has put in front of us. And I seriously doubt that this will be any different.
Yep. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Welcome, dear listener, to the Savor the Burn podcast. As I hurry up and get my headphones on. My name is Jonathan. Across the table from me is the amazing to the superlative, Mr. W2. Hello, how do you do?
Oh, hey.
He's busy pouring us samples of our Balcones Texas Pot Still Bourbon from a little sample bottle that he got from Flavier.com. Mm-hmm. He got a Balcones Flight.
From Waco, Texas.
Waco, Texas. And so, yeah, there was a cult in Waco, Texas in the 90s. And their leader, through lack of cooperation with the police and overzealous police activity on their side, the whole thing went up in flames. A lot of people died. It was a very awful thing. But on the flip side of that thick nickel, we've got the Balcones distillery that was probably at the time a little welding shop. Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore.
Not anymore. They've got a copper still from where did we say Portugal?
Portugal.
Look at me and my memory. Almost seems like it wasn't that long ago. I'm gonna look up the bottle for this here.
Yeah, and this is their Texas Pot Still Bourbon. The category is bourbon, so that means that our mash bill is 51% corn or greater. There is no age statement on this one as well. Style is Pot Still Bourbon, and the proof is 92.
92 proof. That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. And when I look up the pictures of the bottle, what jumps out at me is how, the label itself is kind of red. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's my brain playing tricks on me or if it's just, the actual color of it itself. But it looks to be like a reddish, red amber whiskey or bourbon, I should say.
Yeah.
So far, what we've tried from Balcones is it's all been in the little wax seal has changed color too.
Flavier has this for $28.99.
Wow, that's not bad at all. So if you want to check out Flavier.com, go to savortheburn.com/shop and click on that first link. It's a link to the Flavier.com affiliate link, and you'll be able to go there. And if you sign up, you get a free bottle of your choosing. You get a free bottle. We get a free bottle. And you might even pick this out. And if you sign up, you get free shipping.
Right.
Which is it's like a win-win-win when it comes to Flavier.com and your enthusiasm for whiskeys and bourbons and all that.
This has a great viscosity. It's got some nice thick legs.
Yeah, it sticks to the side of the glass.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real stick to your ribs kind of bourbon.
It's got a great nose.
Yeah, it's a great nose. It's lighter than the other ones.
Mm-hmm. A lot of apple.
Yeah,
a little bit of honey.
This one's like your traditional bourbon.
Mm-hmm. Definitely corn.
It didn't give a no age statement, but the color and the nose is every bit of 8 years. It just in my guesstimation here, and the color is a dark honey, kind of medium to dark amber.
I mean, that's the thing with these. The color is always a dead giveaway.
And the proof on the nose, like it doesn't burn your nose like a 90 plus proof would.
No, not at all.
It's low, like an 80 proof.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, usually, just looking at the color of that, if it's a light pale color, typically you've got yourself a young whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
The darker and the richer that color is pretty indicative of having a little bit more than average aging on that. This is a decent color.
It could also be the color could also be indicative of not just the wood used, but the char level of the wood. It could just be
100%.
toasted.
Yeah,
it could be toasted wood, and that's like less than a char level 1, and I mean it goes all the way up to char level 5 with what was it a half inch of char?
Yeah, something like that. And then so it's not just how long it's been sitting in the barrel, mm-hmm.
but there's a lot to it. What do you think of the bottle?
I like the bottle. I mean, it follows suit with the rest of the family. It's just a nice round cylindrical bottle, rounded shoulders.
Yeah, it looks just like all the other bottles. It's got the natural cork and up there at the top. It's got the wax seal medallion kind of up there above the label, but this one's black. The other ones were red. I don't know what it was for the rye. Maybe that was green, or maybe the label was green.
The label was green for the rye.
This one here, the Pot Still Bourbon, it's a red label with a kind of a black and white silhouette of a corn cob in the back of it. But I like the bottle. I actually, just by going by the nose on this, I know it's going to be great. Let's get some on the mouth here. I'd say that's the most oak forward of any of them that we've tried. It's got spiciness on the finish.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
at least right at the tail end of the
legs on my glass. I mean,
palate.
you can see where I took my drink from.
Oh yeah, you can.
I mean, there's just thick and sticking to the sides.
To me, that's a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of fats in it. So like if you've noticed dear listener, sometimes I know W2 definitely has, but like if you take, because I think we've talked about it, if you take an ice cube and you drop it in your neat, sometimes you see little floaties in there, and you're like,
Right.
"What the fuck got in my ice maker?" And you'll go crazy trying to figure out where these little floaties are coming from. But that isn't anything from your ice maker. It's no impurity that was already in your glass. It's actually from the whiskey itself, from the bourbon, from
Yep.
the scotch, whatever it is that you're drinking. It's from the fat content that the natural fats in the ingredients in the mash, and
This is really good.
it's that can be taken out through filtration, through what is it, chill filtration. But a lot of times people will do that. They'll chill it to where those solids become solid. They'll filter that out,
A lot of them that we've been trying lately,
and then
actually,
they water it down.
yeah, a lot of them that we've tried lately print right there on the label, non-chill filtered.
Yeah. After having tasted so many of these, I appreciate that now. In
Yeah.
the beginning, I was like, "What the fuck does that even mean?" So then we
Yep.
look it up and come to find out if they chill it down to freezing levels, those solids that we were just talking about, they manifest and they harden. Then they just pluck those out. They filter, they screen
Yep.
them out, and then they have a quote cleaner
Yeah.
spirit that they can now water down,
Yep.
and they can drop the
Drop the proof.
the ABV, the proof on it, and then just sell more of it, which is fine. However you want to do it, it's up to you. But I'd rather just have the whiskey the way the good Lord intended.
That's got some cream, some honey.
On the finish, I'm getting like a botanical kind of thing, like maybe there was some barley in the mash.
Yep, I can see that.
Yeah, definitely good. I like how it's not so run of the mill on the finish with the bourbon. Run of the mill, I'd say, like I've talked about it 50 times now. The that Jim Beam Black, which is everything Jim Beam is, just more enhanced on flavors with the caramel and the oakiness. This here, it has all that, the caramel, the oakiness, the honey sweet, but the honey sweet has been dialed way back.
Yeah.
In comparison to the Texas One and the Lineage that we've tried. It's got a like I said a second ago, kind of that botanical kind of barley-esque finish in there, which is not normal, but it's a welcomed difference.
Yeah, definitely not for our bourbon.
Right. I bet this would be good, especially at 92 proof, as a good ingredient in a cocktail.
Yeah.
A super good
Yeah.
ingredient for an old fashioned, and maybe was the Negroni for a rye? The Manhattan
Yes.
was for a whiskey, right, or a bourbon,
Manhattan can be bourbon or rye.
or rye. Okay. Well, I would say definitely an old fashioned, maybe even a highball. What was a highball? It was just it's bourbon and and some kind of soda
water.
or
Yep.
ginger
ale.
Yeah, I think this would work great in either one of those. But this is good. I mean, just even by itself, it's unique. I'm gonna write this down. Unique.
The tasting notes say leather and sandalwood.
Okay.
There is some leather
agree with
on
that
the
leather.
end. The
Yeah.
leather is it's on the back end of the palate.
Yeah.
You get that graham cracker and that apple and that honey right up front, and then as it kind of starts to transition to that finish, it becomes
Yeah.
a little bit leather.
It's late on the finish. Or I'm sorry, it's late on the palate, and by the time the finish comes in, it's kind of already gone,
Yeah.
and you're just left with some really interesting flavors. So I wrote down here, a unique complex bourbon with an interesting flavor profile from nose to finish. At 92 proof, this bourbon is not only great neat, but would lend itself well to your favorite cocktails with friends and family.
Perfect.
And that's how I feel about that.
Yeah, this is a really good, easy drinking bourbon. And at $28,
Wow. $28.
that's
It's not as interesting as like that Weller's was. That Weller's Special Reserve, is that what
Yep.
that was? That wasn't a bourbon, was it?
yeah, that's a bourbon.
Is
That's
it?
that's a wheated bourbon.
A wheated bourbon.
Wheated
Okay. But yeah, anyway, so this is
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip. Why are you putting so much emphasis on the H? What do you mean?
Wheated bourbon.
Say Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Sorry. I was just thinking about Family Guy instead of working my math to get my my rating. What'd you get on the nose?
I had a 4 1/4.
4 1/4? Mm-hmm. Well, you're not going to believe this. I gave it a 4.
Okay.
I rated something lower than you did for once.
What'd you get on the palate?
4.
I gave it a 4.5.
Wow. All right. Huh. What did you give for finish?
Well, I just kept it right at 4.5.
I give it 4 1/4.
All right. Well, you're coming along.
Yeah, I'm learning. I'm learning. My, how the turns have tabled or something.
And presentation, I left it at a 4 because all my other ones were 4.
Yeah, I left mine at a 3.5. What's your overall rating?
8 5/8.
Mine's 7 5/8. 7.875.
All right.
Yeah,
I mean, that's still better than average.
it definitely is. It definitely is. And it's
And at
not-
$28,
$28, it's cheap.
I'd buy a bottle for $28.
Definitely. This would be great. This would be a great alternative to
Sure.
some of your sweeter bourbons.
Yeah. And it's just high enough proof that, mix this up in something.
Yeah. It says here on your notes here, I don't think you did read it, with the leather and sandalwood, the
Yep.
candied pecans, sweet cream, honeyed flavors, all those work great. Work great in a cocktail. On the nose, toasted oak and Honeycrisp apples on the nose, followed by notes of kettle corn. I love kettle corn. Graham cracker and oiled glove. I didn't see that coming.
An oiled glove.
What?
Maybe that's the leather.
Ah,
Smell of leather.
hell bent for leather. Yeah, I don't think you get the stretch of the latex glove from leather.
Probably not.
Yeah,
Maybe if it's oiled up.
maybe that's, you got to oil the damn thing up. Stupid long hair. On the finish, soft, sweet, and lingering finish with a tannic fade. Maybe I was misinterpreting the barley for tannins. It's hard to say. Definitely good. Definitely not disappointing. So we've tried 4 offerings from Balcones and have
And they're all
not
solid.
been disappointed
All
from
solid.
any of them.
I think it's real interesting that these last 3 that we've tried have all been no age statements, but yet their rye is a 1-year
It's a 1 year.
statement.
So the one indication of age that they give you, you don't believe. You can't trust that. But you can't trust it in a good way.
Right.
It's like a friend or a relative or a lover that surprises you in a good way every time, instead of a bad time.
Right.
Hey, I got you a surprise. What is it? Oh, a pregnancy test. It's your best friend's baby. That's a bad surprise. Not that that's happened to me. It has not happened to me. Hopefully that does not happen to you.
It is not.
Very good. Very good. Did you have any closing thoughts on this one?
I enjoyed this one.
I did too.
Yeah.
I did too.
Good,
I wasn't
solid
wowed
bourbon.
by it.
Yeah.
I was. It was like the raised eyebrow of interest for sure. Mm-hmm. It's not bad at all. I like it. And at $28.99 from Flavier.com, I don't know what it would be at Hy-Vee or your local liquor shop.
I'd imagine just a little bit higher.
Probably.
So maybe, 35, 34.
Which would still, for this, would not be that bad.
No, not bad at all.
It really wouldn't. But if you want to take advantage of the Flavier.com free shipping, you'll have to sign up for their service. And when you sign up for their service, you get a free bottle. You get a free bottle, we get a free bottle. So definitely use that link at savorthebirn.com/shop. And while you're on the website, check out the other ones. Check out the liquor cabinet. It's been recently revamped by the always amazing Mr. W2 and his fancy wizard fingers figuring out the website. So yeah, if you're looking for a unique, complex bourbon with an interesting flavor profile from nose to finish, I would definitely check this one out. If you're bored with regular, ho hum bourbons like Jim Beam or that Jim Beam Black that I can't shut up about. Definitely check this one out. If you like Weller's, that Weller's Special Reserve bourbon, you'll probably like this. I know I did, and I know I do. Definitely check that out. So thank you, dear listener, for listening to this episode of Savor the Burn on your favorite podcast app of choice. Always check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I thought something just fell in front of my face a second ago. Must be hallucinating from the bourbon.
What was in that apple pie?
I don't know. Hair. Oh, no. Yikes. Anyway, so, yeah. So, on that note, dear listener, thank you for listening. And no matter who you are, where you are, who you're with, what you're doing, always remember to keep on burning.